Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to another episode of the new member orientation series, and this is episode number 15. And today we are going to discuss about a very important role, and that is the role of a general evaluator. Now, in Toastmasters meeting, we all know that there are three important pillars. Toastmasters meeting. I'm talking about Toastmasters meeting. We have three important pillars, and one is the Toastmaster of the day, which we have discussed in the previous video. Then we have the Topics Master, which again we have discussed in our last video, and in my last video. And today we are going to discuss about general evaluator. So let us see what general evaluation is all about and how is it, or what all he or she needs to do when when they are performing that particular role. So someone had said before that general evaluator is basically a general of all the evaluators. So that is what general evaluator is. So general evaluator, he or she is the one going to headline the entire evaluation segment. So a Toastmasters meeting is divided into three segments. So the first segment is the prepared speeches, followed by the table topic session, and then the last one is the evaluation segment. So as I said in my previous video, Toastmasters International is the only place where you are going to get an instant feedback. If you have delivered a speech today, you will get the speech on the same day itself. If you have delivered a meeting role, if you have performed a meeting role, you will get the feedback on the meeting role on that day itself. If you have conducted a meeting today, you will get feedback for the entire meeting. So that feedback is going to be provided by a team of evaluators led by the general evaluator. So let us see what the general evaluator has to do and what all things he has to take care of. So the big picture evaluator. So he will be evaluating all the aspects right from the start of the meeting until the end. So the general evaluator will be overseeing all the evaluation team and he will evaluate everything that happens during the meeting except for the prepared speeches. Okay, so he will be overseeing the evaluators, he will be observing the meeting, and he will deliver the overall evaluation. So when can we take the general evaluator role? So general evaluator role can be taken after observing several meetings, maybe like, let's say, there's no set number of people, but it is there in your pathways curriculum that you have to take the general evaluator role, maybe in level 3 or level 4 around that time, because this is actually a part of your pathways enhancement program. Okay, so what I would suggest is it's better to take up the evaluator role first and then you can move on to the general evaluator in case if you are planning to take a general evaluator role. So what are skills that you are developing as a general evaluator? So you are developing critical thinking, you are developing organization, you are developing time management, motivation, and team building strategies. So these are the skills that you are going to develop as a general evaluator. So we have got an overall picture of a general evaluator. Now let us see what a general evaluator has to do before, during, and after the meeting. So before the meeting, the general evaluator has to confirm that all the evaluators and the support roles are assigned and ready. Okay, so that is before the meeting. During the meeting, the general evaluator has to observe everything right from the start when the sergeant-at-arms begins the meeting, when he transitions to the president, when the president transitions to the Toastmaster of the day, and when the Toastmaster of the day transitions to the respective role players and the speakers, and then to the general evaluator. Until then, the general evaluator has to observe the meeting. Okay, so that is what he has to do, what they have to do during the meeting. Now, after prepared speeches, the general evaluator will call the evaluators for each individual speaker. Then they will collect the reports from the role players, which is the timer, account, and grammarian. If listener is there, then listener. Then after that, that is towards the end, you should deliver a 2 to 3 minute overall evaluation of the entire meeting. Okay, so you have to mention what worked well and what all could have been improved in order to improve with regards to the meeting. So what all are the areas that you need to watch and assess? So these are the four general aspects that you need to watch. So the first one is meeting flow, whether the meeting has run smoothly or not. Regarding the role performance, whether role players have performed their duties very well. The third one is transitions, whether the handoffs, that is from one segment to another, was smooth and properly coordinated. And you need to comment on the overall quality, whether the meeting was engaging and well run. Now, what are the tips for your report in order to deliver a effective evaluation with regards to meeting? So the first thing is that you should be specific and kind. Okay, you should not be vague and you should not be overly critical. That is, you should not be harsh in your feedback. Okay, if you have something to honest to be said, you can say the honest thing, but it should be in a polite manner. It should not be hurting the self-esteem of the organizers. The second thing is that you should acknowledge what has gone well. Okay, be clear about it and acknowledge it. If it has gone well, acknowledge, appreciate their efforts. The second aspect that you should not do is you should not forget to highlight success. Okay, now coming to the do's, the third aspect is you should offer constructive suggestion. That is, if they have faltered somewhere, if there is an area that needs to be improved, be clear on that and also give them one or two tips on how they can improve that area. Okay, and in the coming to don'ts, do not overwhelm them with too many points. It's not necessary to overwhelm them, just give them some brief points so that it will be easy for them to remember. The fourth point in the do's is that you should encourage the evaluation on an you should end the evaluation on an encouraging note. Okay, never end the evaluation with a negative note. That is very important as a general evaluator. Okay, so these are the tips for your overall evaluation report. So the key takeaways is that, so to summarize, the key takeaways for a general evaluator is that, so the first thing is that the role of a general evaluator is to oversee the evaluation team and to evaluate the entire meeting. His or her role is to confirm all the evaluators and role players are ready before the meeting. During the meeting, the general evaluator has to observe the meeting flow, ensure that the roles are well assigned, the transitions are made, and also the quality is maintained properly. After the prepared speech session, after the evaluators are done, then they have to call on the role players, collect their reports, and then as a general evaluator, you have to deliver a 2 to 3 minute speech regarding the overall evaluation, okay, or whatever time is left. So when can we perform the general evaluator role? You can perform the general evaluator role after observing several meetings, but before you step into general evaluator role, you can perform the role of evaluator and then go for the general evaluator. And as I said, performing general evaluator role is a criteria in one of the levels as a part of the pathways enhancement program. And what are the skills that you're going to achieve by being a general evaluator? There are many skills. Some of them are critical thinking, organization skill, time management, motivation, and team building. So these are the skills. So with this, I conclude my video on general evaluation. So I think I have missed one slide where I said something about general evaluation. So general evaluation is not only about seeing the trees, it's about seeing the forest as a whole. So that is about general evaluation. So I repeat, you go to observe the role of general evaluator for the first couple of meetings. Then you practice as an evaluator first, then you step up to the general evaluator. So this is all about this video is all about general evaluator. I hope this video has given you some clarity on what general evaluator is. And in case if you have any questions, comments, queries regarding this particular role, please do post them in the comment section and I will be happily obliged to respond to them. Thank you for listening and I will see you on the next video.